Welcome to episode 3 of the Stickball podcast. The biggest night in football, the Super Bowl, was this weekend, and we have a lot to talk about. I'm Alex Delatea, and I'm joined by
Matt Caleri,
Tim Villa,
Dom Jalier.
So let's get started. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. So the Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
They are indeed. 40-22.
Me. I said it.
I called it as well.
Die Eagles die. Let's point to the clip.
Yeah, die Eagles die.
Let's point to the clip right now.
What about you, Alex? What do you think?
Die Eagles die, but at this game, fly Eagles fly.
You think the Eagles are going to pull
I think
through?
the Eagles do it.
I said die Eagles die, but fly Eagles fly because I don't like the Eagles, but I knew they were going to win.
Yeah, I had the Eagles. What'd you pick? Who'd you pick?
I had the Chiefs. I had the Chiefs.
Dom, how'd you do in that?
I wanted a tie. Both, but Chiefs, because I don't like Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, let's give some
That's a valid
stuff
take,
that
though.
happened
Thanks.
on Sunday. Chiefs are 0-2 when Brady's in attendance.
That's an interesting stat.
Yeah. Well, Brady first he beat him in the Super
obviously.
Bowl.
That's a that was
and then the second one, he's the broadcast booth. Do you think he wanted to be there so that Patrick Mahomes loses? You think he was like, yeah, let me be there?
But it's interesting.
I think he
I
just
think
wanted
he
to
had
be
to be
there.
there. I think he had to be
he
there
wanted
because
to be there.
he said
okay, obviously he
he
wanted
said
to be
it.
at the Super Bowl, but I think. Sorry, I'm sorry,
No,
Dom.
you're
But this is interesting because Mahomes here is chasing Brady in this whole goat race, right? So of course he has to be in attendance. I don't agree though. I don't think he should have been broadcasting. His first year,
He did good.
I don't think
That's what I think.
he
Yeah,
did
no,
really
but
good.
he messed up a
really
couple
good.
times. There's a couple times where he didn't know when to go to break. I remember at the second half he was mid take and he got cut off because he didn't understand when to stop talking.
He's
And he
still
also
Tom Brady.
I mean, yeah, but he has a lot of football knowledge. I think he was talking good stuff about the game. I think he's been a good broadcaster.
he knows what he's talking
he's not
about.
bad.
He knows what
He's
he's talking
definitely
about.
grown
he
into the
did
position as the
really
years go
Yeah,
by.
he definitely knows. Because I've seen him with Tony Romo when he first started. Now, he's able to read defenses even from the booth.
I mean, he did
brings
play
that
for
into
that.
the game.
Yeah.
So
It is a good look.
Yeah.
I did think it was a little bit focused on his playoff and his Super Bowl, especially his career. I think a lot of the questions that they asked him and he talked about a lot about himself, and I don't think that was very I think it could have been a better look for him. I think that's not relatable to literally anyone else watching the broadcast.
Yeah, I mean,
so I
yeah.
feel like that's not the best
Yeah.
approach to it. But I don't know. It wasn't horrible. But again, if it's on Fox, who the hell else are they gonna have doing play-by-play or the color commentator? Who else? Greg Olsen? Do you want Greg Olsen on the Super Bowl?
They
No.
just moved him down too.
No.
No,
need
I think he did a great job, honestly.
Yeah, I
And,
think
I could hear his voice, and I'm like, hey, that's a guy that you can hear, and you'll enjoy him talking about sports. He knows Super Bowls. He's been in how many? 9? 10?
Yeah, 9.
10.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause he
10.
lost.
2 to Eli and 1 to Nick
We don't need to bring that
Yeah.
up right now. That's not
So-
what we're talking about.
Yeah, he's been.
We
in
don't
10
need to bring
Super
that
Bowl.
up. We don't need to bring
Two
that
to
up.
10! Should have been in the Hall of Fame.
He's been in 10 Super Bowls. His stats are his stats are a Hall of Fame career, obviously. So he knows
7
he
of
knows
3
Super
in the
Super Bowl.
Bowls in and out.
Yeah.
So I think that's a guy you need in a Super Bowl.
I'll give him a B minus.
B
I'll
minus.
give him an A
Commentating.
plus. Dude.
I give him an A.
You won 7
Hey,
Super
I'd
Bowls.
give
A
him
minus.
It's
A
not about his
minus.
career.
I
Not
give
about
him
his
a plus,
still
A minus.
dog.
Yeah, A minus. I think.
A
Not
plus.
bad.
A plus.
Let's move on to the refs. So
Yeah.
obviously we've seen this whole season that the refs have been playing a crucial role in the Chiefs' wins, or a lot of the Chiefs' wins. All the questionable calls have been going to Kansas City. The refs
Roll a
really
couple
took
of them. Roll a couple of them
Yeah,
right
we'll
now.
roll a couple.
By Brian Cook. Tucking it and now going. Pressure, lofting one, end zone incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster couldn't catch up. There's a flag at the 10. Hang on, there's a penalty.
Obviously, the refs didn't play that much of a part. They were pretty
Except for
silent in the Super Bowl.
I was surprised because one of the first offensive
drive,
plays for the
yeah.
Eagles, offensive pass interference on A.J. Brown. Mm-hmm. I thought we were screwed.
Right.
I thought it was done. I thought the refs are going to be a huge part of this game, and they didn't. Obviously, it helps that they got blown out, so they couldn't really be. It wasn't like a game decided on a questionable call, which is I don't know. I'd rather it be a close game and be decided on a controversial play. I think that's definitely more fun to watch. But it's nice that they weren't as big of a factor as people thought they were gonna.
Yeah.
I
mean, the refs we've seen all year. We've seen the whole debate, and with Joe Mixon when the Texans lost, he's saying, you got to expect that coming in, and there's a lot of talk about refs going into the game. But I think that it wasn't as big of a part, and we saw D-Hop come out and complain about like how the fans are on their case, but the refs didn't really help them. So
Yeah, very unexpected.
Dude, they're fine.
It is unexpected.
I don't know. I just think like Mahomes is good. Like I don't know.
No one's questioning.
Like
his,
no, like I
playing
don't know.
ability.
Like I feel like
I think
he's
like
still like really good. Like I don't think the refs helped him that much. Like
in the Super Bowl, no.
Yeah,
no,
This Super
I don't
Bowl.
think it this season. Like
You don't
I
think so?
guess,
that
like,
is
like maybe
That's a hot
That's
take.
a lot of
That is a
questionable
hot
calls.
take.
that Josh Allen.
wow.
Like, that first down, like that. Yeah, but like I don't really like. I don't know.
I
Like, I
saw-
just feel like Mahomes is really good. He doesn't have bad weapons. Like Worthy went off this season.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, not to discredit the Chiefs. You know, they
Yeah.
got some great players. It
That's
is
what I-
though
yeah,
that
that's basically what I
it
mean.
is though that the calls have been going their way, and we've seen that a lot. I mean, I saw a TikTok, and it was like the Chiefs are like one play away from being 15-3,
Yeah,
and they
it is-
kept
it's
going down
interesting.
all the way
Yeah.
to 9-8, like one play.
Well,
And it was
Mahomes,
it.
I think Mahomes was first in the league in like turnovers overturned due to penalties. Like he threw so many
That's
interceptions
crazy.
that just kept getting called back by penalties. And I had him in one of my fantasy leagues. I mean, like I felt that, and like, oh, my 2 points just came back.
Yeah.
But like, I mean,
That didn't happen
at
this
some
game, though.
point, At some point, you got to realize, yeah, he had
Turnovers were a
he had
big
lot
part of
turnovers.
the Chiefs, the Eagles defense. I'm sorry, that they played
Yeah.
amazing.
100%.
They played this. It could have been 40-6. They had 2 like trash time touchdowns.
Yeah.
It could have been 40-6.
Now that one
final
bomb
score.
to Worthy is pretty cool.
That was a great throw. I think he was so
That
riled
saved
up
my,
that he just wanted
that
to
won me money.
toss one down the field. So yeah.
That won you money?
It won me money
How?
because of the boxes. We played boxes, and I had
Okay, who cares?
I spent. So we had 15 boxes total. I'm sorry, he's salty. He only won 12. $12.
No, because if you didn't win, I would have won.
No, Emma would have won.
Yeah. Yeah.
wasn't- you weren't
Soundboard
in the
Emma
room.
in the booth. She would have won $50.
She got
but
mad
Kaleri
because
took all the money.
I took
from
the
her.
money away.
Uh,
No, but it's because I had
Oh, well.
0 too. So Eagles 40, it's 0 obviously.
I lost
22,
25
big
bucks
ass
on
2-point conversion
underdog,
that
too.
sealed the deal. I was
Yeah.
hyped. We can roll that video too.
Why don't we talk about some of the stars though of the Super Bowl? I have here listed. We were talking about Eagles defense. I got Josh Sweat here.
Yep.
I got Cooper DeJean. He's got that pick six. That was sick
That was
play to
so
watch.
cool.
Big. As a rookie on your birthday to win
Yeah.
Super Bowl, have a pick
Yeah.
six, first pick six of his career. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I also have Devontae Smith. I think he played a great game. I forget. I don't know. I don't have the stats with me, but I think he had a really good game. He had a touchdown, right?
He did.
Yeah.
It was like
And-
something like 4 catches, like 70-something yards a touchdown, I think.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Not
Yeah.
a bad game.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat though, he played well. That he was the one who sold. He was the one who had that. He created that pick, their second turnover. When Chiefs were in their own inside their own 5. Push O-line Joe Tooney
Yeah.
into Mahomes through a pick. Led to a touchdown.
I think the biggest part of the Super Bowl was the Chiefs crumbling rather than the Eagles putting pressure.
Yeah, I'm so happy that
I think the Chiefs O-line, they didn't hold up well. They allowed a lot of sacks, a lot of pressure.
Which is so interesting because they
Yeah.
talked about the fact that the Eagles barely blitzed.
I know.
They hadn't
know.
blitzed at all in the first half.
And I just think the Chiefs weren't ready for what the Eagles were bringing. And on defense, they tried. Their main goal was to stop Saquon. And they said, we're going to let Jalen Hurts be ace with the pass, who has been known to have a little bit of a questionable arm and questionable throwing, but we all see he's a great runner. So I think they came out looking, let's go stop Saquon. Let's go
And
stop
they
him.
did.
Yeah,
and they
but
did.
They didn't do everything else.
Yeah,
Right.
But
they
that
gave
was-
And
everyone
doing
else
that,
up. Yeah.
it cost them a lot of air ball. So, yeah, we saw them take the top off them, and, yeah, that's ultimately what happened.
Yeah,
Disappointments.
I have some disappointments
Kelsey.
too. Mahomes and Kelsey, and then even Saquon. Like a little disappointing. I mean, he won his first Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All credit to him, but that was not the game that I was expecting. I was
Yeah.
expecting a bigger game from him. Dom, what do you
Yeah.
think about
Yeah,
Saquon?
I agree with you, but he is definitely the reason that they are there.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is yeah.
Like the playoffs, oh my god, he was a dog. And like I mean, yeah, it would have been sick to see him have a good game in the Super Bowl. But like, I don't know. I don't like Saquon cuz
Because of Giants.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I think that's a
Like-
whole other conversation we
I
got
I
to
don't know.
discuss.
That's
I don't
a
like.
whole
I don't
story.
like. I just
Yeah.
don't like the Eagles. Like I don't like talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Credit to them, they won.
Yeah,
and they
Play a
beat
good
the
game.
Chiefs. So
Yeah, get him
Thank
off.
God.
Like it's
I hate
take
the
down
Chiefs.
take
I
down
hate
the
Chiefs.
take down
40
who's
to
on top.
22. BTA.
yeah, for sure. And then you were saying about Kelsey.
Kelsey
Weird.
didn't. I don't know what happened to Kelsey. He just. It didn't even look like Mahomes. Like, I mean, he looked at him a few times, but like significantly less than I thought he was gonna.
I was
Yeah.
looking up at T Swift and Skybox.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
He just like didn't have a good game. He didn't get targeted that much, and the times that he did, it wasn't anything big or impactful to the game. So like, I don't know. I think that was kind of a huge letdown for them, because that's like their main. You
Yeah.
know, that's the connection that they relied on like all season, and then you throw it away in the Super Bowl. That costs your team.
it does look like we might be coming to the end of his career. I mean, he looked
That's
slow out there. He did.
Is he
And
gonna?
I don't know how many seasons he got left, but
And will they all be with the Chiefs?
yeah. I think he retired
know.
the Chief. I feel like
no, definitely
retired
he's
Chief.
retiring a Chief.
Yeah, but let's move on to our final conversation topic of the segment, and it's MVP. So Jalen Hurts was the MVP for the Super Bowl. Was that the right decision? I'll start with Kaleri. Let's start with you. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think it's gotta be it's gotta be a defensive player. It's gotta be, because the offense, yeah, sure, they put up 40 points on the Chiefs, but like, how can you take away? Honestly, Josh Sweat played a great game. He's always involved. He was involved. He took down Mahomes a lot, pressured Mahomes a lot, forced turnovers, recovered a fumble. Like, you know, he was the reason why they had all his extra possessions on offense. Sure, Jalen Hurts can put the ball in the end zone, but like, that doesn't happen if your defense doesn't get a stop. Yeah. And they say defense wins championships, and that's what happened today. That's what happened in the Super Bowl. I think it should have been a defensive player. Josh Sweat should have been the MVP. Everyone's saying Cooper DeJean, but like, what did he had a pick six, but like, what? Like, that's it.
I saw a stat today. He was the so the fans, like, they get to vote for who they want to be for MVP. And Cooper DeJean was the top choice on the voting, but it was only 25% of the MVP like voting system. So I mean, that was it. I thought Jalen Hurts had a good game. MVP,
Yeah, no discredit to him.
The defense wins championships. I like that saying. My dad said that about hockey and everything.
But it was a beatdown. So like, I mean, Jalen Hurts went off. So I think he deserved it.
You think he deserved it?
Yeah. Like, credit to Josh and Cooper DeJean. But, like, I think Jalen Hurts had a great game. Yeah.
Tim?
He did.
I think the defense, if you looked at it as a whole, the defense carried them, and that the whole defense deserves the award. But I don't think there was any one player on that defense that deserves it more than Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts played the best. He went out there, and they neutralized his best weapon in Saquon in the run game. And he still went out there and played amazing. So I think you got to get to Jalen Hurts.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. Well, that's going to wrap it up for our Super Bowl segment. Next up, we're going to be talking some NBA trade deadline and all that. So stick around after the short break.
Welcome back to the Stickball podcast. Today, we are going to be talking NBA. And we had a lot go down since the last time we talked. The last time we talked, Jimmy Butler to the Warriors wasn't even an option. And now he's on the Warriors. So, boys, let's talk about it. I'm with Timmy V. I'm with Matt Cleary. And I am with Alex De La Tea. And we're going to talk some NBA news. Boys, what are your thoughts on the Jimmy Butler? I'll start off with that because that's probably the biggest thing that's happened.
Well, can we firstly apologize for last episode, how we said that everything that just happened is out of the picture, and now it happened. So let's just say
Yep.
Let's
that we're
also
all
start
sorry.
by saying this. Sean Irving, we're missing you today on this NBA segment.
I know.
We'll have you back next week.
I'm nothing like Irv.
Shout out,
I know. I don't know. It's okay.
I need my crash out back.
Yeah, but let's start with Jimmy Butler goes to the Warriors. He finally gets off that Heat team that he's been so toxic to.
Curry gets
As
another weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this was the weapon Curry needed. I didn't see Curry with a big. I think they have an up-and-coming big in Quinn and Post. Shout out BC. Had to. And Jimmy Butler was the 3 that he needed. He has Draymond Green there, who can be at times. But I think that Draymond Green
Getting old.
he's getting old, plays his role.
He's
Buddy Hield at the 2. You have Jimmy Butler. I think that was
that
that was a great addition. I think it was great.
I think it was a good trading for Jimmy Butler. But since it was so last minute, they were definitely looking for someone better. There were talks with them trying to get Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant did not want to go.
Yeah, but who wants the attitude of Jimmy Butler and team like that?
I mean, yeah, well, they said to themselves, we need to go out and get talent because this team right now isn't going to win. It was never going to win. And, like
where
they
are
have
they
a
right
solid
now,
team.
standings? Like,
They have Steph,
fucking
and other than that, they have a bunch of role players. And, like, that was not enough to win. They're looking to win, which is why they went out and gave Jimmy Butler his 2-year extension, massive extension, 2-year, $120. And I think they're looking to win now, and they said the only player we can get is Jimmy Butler.
I also think that the asking price on Jimmy Butler must have went down.
Yeah.
Because the Warriors were out of the picture. Last time we were on here, Warriors were out of the sweepstakes for him. I think the asking price had to have gone down for the Warriors to even be back in. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a great trade. I mean, they didn't give up. They gave up Andrew Wiggins. You get a better 3. You gave up Dennis Schroeder, who I think you knew they were going to move him. And then some picks, but I thought it was great for them.
For who? The Heat or the
For the Warriors.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a 5-team deal.
Oh, yeah,
There
it was huge.
The Warriors, Heat, Jazz, Pistons, and Raptors. And even the guy Dennis Schroeder, he was on 4 teams.
That was
in 24
insane.
hours.
That was
Who
crazy.
does that?
I know.
But yeah, it's a great addition for Golden State. It's the guy he needed. He wears number 10 for his dad, which is pretty nice.
And he changed the name. He's Butler the Third.
Butler third, yeah.
Changed that too.
So he's really honoring his dad. But his in terms of play, he's been great for the Warriors. I feel like he's like getting comfortable there.
He's playing his role for now,
Yeah.
and he's just definitely going to get a lot better as chemistry goes up.
Yeah, I think so. So great move for the Warriors, honestly.
And I think another new addition that we saw, Kuzma to the Bucks. I really like that move for the Bucks. I think Kuzma's been good on the Wizards. The Wizards were going to move someone. I didn't think they wanted to move Poole, but Kuzma, I definitely didn't see that. I mean, but as we said last time, anything can happen.
Right.
But I thought that was a good move to the Bucks. Tim, what do you think?
I like Kuzma going to the Bucks. I think the Bucks are looking to make themselves a little bit younger, which is why they went and moved Chris Middleton.
Yep.
Chris Middleton in his prime was a very good role player, good second player to have as your second best player. But where they're at right now, Chris Middleton's old. They're
Yep.
looking to go ahead and push because Damian Lillard's not getting any younger, and Giannis's contract's getting up soon. They're gonna look to try ahead and go ahead and move towards a championship like we saw a few years ago. So yeah.
haven't they been moving to the championship for the last years because they're just not the Celtics
You always
keep
see
beating
them,
their ass.
You
The
always
Celtics
see
keep
the
beating their
Bucks at
ass.
the top of the league. Kuzma was the
Yeah.
addition they need to move them forward in the playoffs. I mean, what happened? Did they move in the playoffs last year? Where'd they go?
Who?
The Bucks.
They
Where were they
lost.
last year in the
Who the hell
playoffs?
did they lose to?
I don't remember.
I forget what seed they were.
Were
They're
they
always
even in play-in?
Yeah, they were. They're always one of those top seeds, but you just never see much of them in the playoffs. You saw like 2 years ago when they were the 1 seed and they lost to the Heat in the first round. That year was the big switch-up year. Then they got Dame, and now they're getting Kuzma. They're just building up this team. And you saw how dominant they were. What was it, 2021 or 2022?
Yeah.
When they won the finals. They're really building that team back up, which I like.
Yeah, I mean, good addition for the Bucks. Definitely good for Kyle Kuzma because you're
You're off
jumping
the
off
Wizards.
a f***ing ship. I
Oh
mean, it's
my
a sinking
God.
ship. It's
Yeah.
going down. It's Titanic. It just hit the iceberg. Now it's like what? How many wins do they have?
Like
8
They
wins.
were on a 2-game win streak. They were on a 16-game losing streak, I think. Then they were on a 2-game win streak.
They're
Now
straight ass. They're always
know.
they're always at the bottom of the league, and it's good for him to get off there. Also a big move from the Wizards is Valanciunas goes to Sacramento,
Yeah.
which is nice.
That is a big move.
A good addition for the Kings. So now the Kings have DeMar. They have Valanciunas, which is great, and Levine.
The Levine,
a new
Levine move was
reunite.
good.
So I mean, it was good for both of them. Both good players. Jordan Poole's kind of stuck there.
That's
right
his
now.
team now. I think he's seen
Yeah.
it. That's his team. I
So-
mean, I think the Warriors giving up on him, bringing him over to the Wizards, I still don't know about that move. I'm so questionable on that move still to this day because I think that him and Curry would have been great. I mean, his first year in
They were
Washington. They were really good. They won the finals. I mean, like, you give up on the guy after a year. It's just, I don't know. And then you bring him to
All
Washington.
he cared about was the baddies courtside. That's all he cared about. That's all he cared about.
I like Jordan Poole. I think he's a good player. I think he's a little bit streaky. I think he needs to get a little more consistent. But, I mean, I definitely want to see him keep going. He did get a massive contract from Washington the other year, a few years ago. But I think I'd like to see him develop a little more and be more consistent in that role.
And I think with them sitting at the bottom of the league, there's just going to be a bunch of young guys that come in too. So he's going to get all these young guys. He's going to work with them.
They're going to be a real good team next
He's
year.
about to get Cooper Flag.
Because we said the same thing about what the Thunder. The Thunder have so many draft picks.
Oh
We
my
said the
gosh,
same thing
yeah.
about this 3 years ago, and now look at them now.
Yep.
I mean, Jordan Poole could do the same.
So, yeah, he could.
Talking about more young guys, Dalton Connect, Charlotte. That's
Canceled.
Gone. That's gone.
So
I mean,
they gave up on him, and now the Lakers are like, I guess we'll give him another chance.
How do you feel about playing for a team that wanted to get rid of you, bro?
That's
that's horrible.
I don't know how you put that jersey back on and feel the same way you did before. You can't.
You don't.
This team gave up on you, and now you're back with them after the trade failed. You
unless
must
it's,
have had a talk with the
ignite
organization.
to fire a little bit, show them that you deserve to be here. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like
I mean, but the Lakers did really need a center.
That's like getting fired from a job, and then they're like, you can't fire that guy.
Actually,
He's
I'm gonna
back.
take
So
it
then they're
back
and
because
then they're like, oh, welcome back. We love you, and that's just gonna ignite him. I think like what you guys are saying. Like he's definitely a good rookie. He's gonna elevate his game eventually. He's a young guy. I don't see any reason why they would have given up on him. When I saw he went to Charlotte, I was like, maybe that's good for Charlotte. Now they have LaMelo. They got
Connect. You got, who else was in? There was someone else in the trade. I forget who it was.
But yeah, I thought that was good for Charlotte. Then they canceled the trade. So now I feel like the Lakers should just build with him.
I think also he's gonna learn a lot from Doncic too. I feel like that'd be like
Connect reminds me of a Reeves.
He has LeBron.
He reminds me of a Reeves type
Luka.
player.
To figure him out as a player and make him better, improve by.
And what I also want to think about, we talked about the frustration of Connect going back to Lakers after you give up on him. But Mark Williams, too, in Charlotte. I mean, that Charlotte team is in a dumpster right now. They're not great.
Yeah.
And you're going back to that team after they just basically gave up on you, and you're a rookie. You're playing pretty good basketball right now. I'd say he has a lot of promise in this league. 7'2", rookie. He looks really good. I really like his game.
I think there's definitely hard feelings in that Connect got traded and coming back. But in reality, there's not a lot of room for Connect with the Lakers. We see that they just brought Luka Doncic in and Austin Reeves. The moment he gets traded, all of a sudden Austin Reeves is scoring 40 points.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves is viewed higher than Dalton Connect is. And I think that's where the issue is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that's why they were so willing to trade him in that deal. They're looking, we need a big man. That would fit our role best. We do like Dalton Connect, but I think that they thought they needed a big man just more. And Austin Reeves is still a better version of him. So I think they're saying, we have Austin Reeves. We're still young. Go ahead and get us a center rather than just hold on to him.
That white boy can play. Austin Reeves is special. And let's talk about De'Aaron Fox. He went to the Spurs.
Yeah,
tonight. Did we talk about that last time?
I think we mentioned that briefly last time.
Yeah.
But I think he's been playing really good. Him and Wemby is a great duo. And you have CP3 there too. You have some playmakers. I think De'Aaron Fox first game that he was there, 13 assists, 24 and 13 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great move for the Spurs. I think that's going to work really well. Him, CP3, and Wemby.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of actually time of him playing with the team. So now it's he's got a team around him with the franchise players in Wemby. Wemby can learn from two guys that have been around the league for a while, so that's great for them.
And I think it's the same thing with LaVine. I mean, he hasn't been playing as great as De'Aaron Fox is right now, but he'll fit into that role and he'll do great. And next we'll move on to MVP talks. We'll hit it briefly. Shout out Sean Irving that you can't be here for this. I really wish
you
were.
can't defend Nikola
But,
Jokic. Not the MVP.
Monday night we had Jokic who scored 40 points, and we had Shea had his 21st straight 25-plus point game. I mean, that stat is unreal to me. 21 straight 25-point games. How do you do that at this level with these guys in the game? It's insane to me.
I think it's unreal, especially now that Chet's back. I mean, he's still doing it. I mean, we got to look and say to ourselves, he's got to be the MVP. He's still doing it even with Chet. And you would usually see the numbers decline. We saw it with teams that get built up, like the Celtics, like the Knicks. Everyone's stats go down a little bit when the big guys come in. But
it's true.
Holmgren comes back, and he's still putting up these numbers. I think he's played a bigger role for the team than Jokic has, but I think Jokic is having just a better season. I mean, he's averaging almost a triple-double, if not a triple-double right now, I think. Yeah. So he's putting up a career year. It's going to be a toss-up.
I do want to apologize from the first episode, and I do want to say, he's not going to be unanimous MVP. That was a little
I
bit of a
do
stretch.
remember that clip.
And,
Yep.
and I know the clip is out there somewhere. He's not going to be unanimous, but I still stand by that Shai will be MVP. I think he's the difference maker. He's a leader in that team. And 25 plus points in 21 games. Like, who does that? Jokic, 40 points on Monday night, and also like he's averaging a triple double. Like, who does that? I just think that
It's gonna come
when
down.
it
It's gonna be
goes
tight.
to it's gonna come close, and at the end of the day, who's the media really looking at? That plays a role in MVP as much as you want to say it. I think that OKC's got that media attention. He's Shai's like playing great, so I think that he's gonna get it. But again, it could be a toss up.
Yeah, definitely could be a toss-up. Irv will never say it's a toss-up, but I still believe Shai MVP.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to head over to the Power Ranking segment hosted by Matthew Gavigan here at the Stickball Podcast. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Stickball Podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Matt Gavigan, and who am I here with?
Tim Villa.
Luca Novelino. Dom Julier.
All right, and today we're doing something a little new, something a little different. An idea I came up with the other day. We're going to be power ranking our fast food chains. So we're going to give our top fives. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the table. We'll start with Dom and work this way. And we're all going to give our number fives first. So Dom, what do you have at number 5?
At number 5, I know we don't have it like where we're from, but I have In-N-Out Burger because I do go away out west all the time, and whenever we go there, I get it, and it's really freaking good.
What's your favorite like thing to order there?
The double cheeseburger, and then they have really good like sauce. I forget what it's called, but it's so good.
Alright.
And then I get a vanilla shake because their shakes are freaking gas.
Dude, I've never had it before. I've always wanted to
gotta
try
try
it.
it. Gab, you have to.
I've always wanted to
Yeah.
try it. I never got the chance. So they have it only out west, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I never had
I
it.
think the closest one to us is like Tennessee.
Wow.
I have
Wow.
no idea.
Jesus, that's
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to
Really
Tennessee,
no.
man. That's too far.
I'm going in March actually, but
Someday.
Yeah, no, on the mention of shakes, I got to go with Shake Shack, man. Dude,
Really?
Oh.
burgers there are absolutely stellar, you know. I think that's my tradition. I used to go to the city all the time, you know, just pop in at Penn Station, grab a nice burger. It's great. So,
Yeah.
You say shakes, I say Frosties. I'm a big Wendy's guy.
oh,
Maybe it's a little too low on some people's list. I don't know. But I'm a big Wendy's guy. Like a nice Baconator, so I'm going to put that at 5.
You know, it's funny you put it at number 5, Tim, because at number 5 for me is Wendy's as well. It used to be a lot higher for me, and then I just kind of got sick of it. I think the Frosties are great. Gotta get the Baconator fries, though. The Baconator fries.
I think
So good.
I think it's ridiculous saying
Yeah, I
just the
don't-
Frosties are good. You
Everything's good, but
Wendy's
I'm
is
saying
not
the
that
Frosties.
good. I don't like
Okay.
You
Wendy's.
don't
No,
like?
no, no, no,
All right, I'm
no,
gonna
no.
say this: Wendy's is better than McDonald's.
Yeah, I agree.
No, it's
I-
100%
no,
valid.
Wendy's-
I agree.
Dom,
Wendy's is
Dom,
better than
Dom,
McDonald's.
Dom, you cannot
their
say that.
buns
What?
taste like foil. Like
What?
like the
That's a
bar,
type
the
of-
burger.
what are
When you get a
saying?
burger,
What are you saying?
Are you
when
serious?
you get a burger, the buns taste like aluminum foil. That's just my opinion. Like I don't care.
Wendy's are you
Wendy's
going to,
what
man?
did
I
you
don't
go
know.
to?
Yeah.
I've never had that experience.
All right, well, I just don't like Wendy's, so
Oh, fair enough, but
I-
I mean,
I don't think it's like all that. I don't know.
fair enough. All right, then let's move on to number 4.
All right, number
Dom?
4, I have Taco Bell. Taco Bell
Taco
is
Bell.
fabulous. Oh my god. Every night, not every night, but like some nights when I'm bored, chilling, got like Linda's is closed, order some Taco Bell. Really good.
1 in the morning. Nothing's
Yeah.
better than
When I'm
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell
home,
solid.
hit the car, go to Taco Bell, bring it
Absolutely.
home, TV meal. Best.
I'm gonna stay on
Absolutely.
the Mexican food train. I'm gonna go Chipotle. It's just a great like guilty pleasure of mine. Just going in there, spending like $20 on like a steak bowl. I drop a lot of money, but it's absolutely immaculate every time I have it. Never
If it
complain.
wasn't so much money, it would be up there on my list too.
Yeah,
I just
definitely,
can't.
definitely.
I can't stand it. And when even with the double portion, it's like
I'm not taking price on this one. This is just purely just based on the
pretty-
taste.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty,
fair enough.
I feel like I like Chipotle when they have the al pastor. That's the best. And
The what?
It's gone right
It's
now.
good. It's
Chicken
good.
al pastor is like the best.
I had it
I've never
one
had that
time.
there.
It was so
Oh,
good.
you gotta
I
try
should
it.
probably try it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
For me, I'm a big chicken fan. We'll see that in the next few. But for 4, I gotta go Popeyes. I love the biscuits. I love the nice chicken sandwiches.
Popeyes at
No.
4?
I know. Gav, you and I were looking.
Four?
Yeah.
I like Popeyes at 4.
Popeyes
No,
Oh my
no,
god, I
no,
really
no,
like that.
no,
Tim, I like that a lot.
The Popeyes biscuits.
No.
The Popeyes biscuits are undoubtedly the best
I have to agree.
item on any fast food
They're
menu.
just you cannot put
Not
that
even
low.
a debate.
Yeah, wait till
I get the chicken argument, but like Popeyes that low? Like what are your
Tim.
other chicken arguments that are like higher than that?
We'll see when we get there. And they're realistic. I like Popeyes at the 4.
I know one other chicken place that's maybe better. I cannot think of another one.
I
cannot think of
I
another
got
one.
3 other
What place
places
do you
that
think
are
is better?
better.
What? Raising Cane's, and that's probably
Okay, for the chicken.
Oh
For
my
the
god,
chicken,
guys, you guys are
the
crazy.
sides,
Oh my God.
there was no bad item on that menu.
The Texas toast beats the biscuits in 4.
That's not
Tim,
not true. Not true. That's not
I
true.
told you high five.
That's not
I did a high five on the first take. That's a horrendous take.
That is
my
awesome.
God.
This is ridiculous.
This
I
is
love
disgraceful. This is disgraceful.
No, Tim, good take.
Texas
I
toast.
love
Oh my
Texas
God.
toast.
All
right, let's give you
My
one.
number 4, I also put Taco Bell. Again, it's like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Nothing is better than a Lux Cravings box,
Yeah.
So that's my number 4. I love Taco Bell, but there's a few places that I find better. Dom, what do you have at number 3?
Shake Shack,
Shake Shack.
best burger.
Okay.
Best fast food burger joint.
I've never had much Shake Shack.
I
in
never
my
had
life.
Shake Shack.
Dude, you gotta
Dude,
try it.
every
Never,
Friday
ever,
after
never.
school,
I had it like
we had a
twice.
Shake Shack down the road from the school. We'd hit the Shake Shack.
Oh, you go there often?
Oh my god, dude, how could you not?
Dude, it's
so
too much. It's too much
fucking
money
good.
sometimes. That's
The
the thing. It's
double-
going off on the
double
money.
cheese-
I've never
Cheeseburger.
seen an empty Shake Shack. It's always bumping it.
Dude, they're
double
always packed, and you
cheeseburger.
never get your food till like 40 minutes after you order.
I know.
It's bad.
That's part of the reason I don't go.
Average Linda's Day kind of thing. So
Dude, the Linda's burgers are low-key like the Shake Shack burgers. But
not really.
I can't
Wait,
speak
no.
to that.
We are not comparing Shake Shack burgers
I'm not
to
comparing,
Linda's
I'm
burgers.
All right,
saying
let's
they're
go.
similar.
What do you got at number 3?
I'm looking at Wendy's at number 3. That's like a comfort place for me. Like instead of McDonald's, like Wendy's is. I always had one like close to home. I just always used to go there. 5 for $5 biggie bag, just the best you get.
It's good.
You get the double baconator, the fries, and the frosty, and the chicken nuggets. It's the perfect meal. You feel
Yeah, it's a good
like the right amount of full. You don't feel stuffed. That's what I said. 5 for $5. I said 5 for $5. So I would just it's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Tim.
See, I got another one of my chicken places coming up. I got Chick-fil-A at 3. I know you guys
did
hate
not
me. I said
put
Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A is over Popeyes.
There's no way you put Popeyes and Chick-fil-A not in your top 2. At least one of them. You better have
Okay,
the
wait.
most heavenly fast
Sorry.
food chains.
Dude,
Right.
Oh my God.
dude, I know this say like White Castle or something. something ridiculous. It's gonna be It's gonna be something
my gosh.
ridiculous.
Tim,
I can just
Tim,
tell.
how the f*** is Chick-fil-A at 3?
That's
Chick-fil-A is really good.
I used to be a Chick-fil-A like stand, but like
Chick-fil-A
Popeyes is just
is-
infinitely
Oh my
better.
No,
It's
it's
just
not.
I
It's
have
not.
I have Cane's at 3. To be fair, I've only had it once, but the menu isn't that vast, and the chicken is good. The Texas toast is amazing. Don't get me wrong, I love that Texas toast. But for me, it's just like if I had to pick, I would go Popeyes or Chick-fil-A over Cane's.
Yeah.
All right, so since we're a little pressed for time, we're gonna do our 2 and our 1 together. So Dom, what are your 2 and 1?
Are we doing honorable mentions?
Yes, and you have honorable mentions. Go ahead.
So I'll do my honorable mention first. I have McDonald's as the honorable mention because I don't think it makes the top 5 because there's so many places that are better, but it's so convenient.
Absolutely.
It's so easy, and it's good.
And
All
there's
right.
McDonald's everywhere.
I'm gonna speed through my honorable mention quick.
Wait.
IHOP is like a sneaky, just like you go there for breakfast, just like the greatest pancakes
I didn't
I've
even
ever
think
had.
about that. IHOP's great. I love IHOP.
Yeah.
Tim.
My honorable mention, down south, love Whataburger. I don't know if anyone.
Whataburger
I've never had.
is really
I can't.
good.
I can't argue with
Good.
that.
It's really good.
I've heard it's
I
I
pretty
had
good
it
now.
once, so I can't really say.
I haven't had it that much, but I go to Texas a lot, so yeah.
All right, my honorable mention might piss you guys off a little bit, but hear me out. White Castle.
I knew it, dude. I It's trash. It's trash.
Have
It's
you ever
trash.
had it?
Yes, I've had it. It's awful.
Guys,
it's
see,
awful.
guys,
It's
it's
awful.
We don't have enough time. Hey!
At 1 in the morning, it is so.
Oh, it's only good
Gab,
at 1 in the
it's
morning.
not
I
wrong at
get all the time.
Dom.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
this is
All
ridiculous.
right,
we got
we're doing 2
all
and
right,
1
2
now.
and 1.
Tom, go ahead.
My number 2 is Raising Cane's. Incredible, fabulous, all the good shit about it is true. The sauce, amazing. Toast, amazing. The chicken, amazing. Number 1 is Chick-fil-A. It's the best. Nothing beats it. Shut the up if you don't think so. Guess next.
All right, so my 2 and my 1 both are chicken. Number 2 is Popeyes, and number 1 recently has been Wingstop. Wingstop is just, you get a nice variety of just, dude, the lemon pepper boneless chicken. It's just to die for. It's just to die for.
It was so good the other day, but I mean, I don't know about number one.
Guys, that was
It's got to be number one for me.
That's a bad take.
on the
It
pod.
messed with my
Not a
stomach.
bad
It messed
Tim,
with my
that's
stomach
worse
a
than the
little bit.
Austin Wells take that you had last episode.
All
right.
Austin Wells top 5.
All
Anyway, at 2, I got Chipotle. I'm a big Chipotle fan.
I
Love
respect
it.
that.
Love Mexican food. And number 1, gotta be Cane's. Love the Texas toast. And you can sub the coleslaw for the Texas toast. You get 2 Texas toast.
I like your mind.
I like that.
I like where your head's at,
Cane
Tim.
sauce, so good. I gotta put that one.
I will say this. I think the cane sauce is better than Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
as a whole,
Yeah, I
which
agree.
is my number 2, Chick-fil-A is better than Cane's in my opinion. That's just me.
Yep.
And at number 1, and it edges it just a little bit, is Popeyes. I take Popeyes just a little bit.
I respect it.
I mean, I just think that they do the chicken tenders, like the wings, better. Like, I don't think Chick-fil-A's are as good. That's just me. The biscuits, again,
I agree.
best item on that menu.
Chick-fil-A's biscuits are better, but
That's not true, but okay.
Chick-fil-A biscuit. I mean, Chick-fil-A biscuits.
try it.
They're
breakfast,
okay.
Get the chicken biscuit. Chick-fil-A breakfast does.
They're all right. I've never had a breakfast, though.
It's good. Try it.
But that's about all we got for this section. When we return, Kaleri, Luca, Nick, and Alex are going to sit down at the desk to discuss all things Super Bowl in a special edition of the Stickball Chat. We'll be back.
Hit record. No.
I am gonna walk out right now.
I didn't tell you to record.
Nick,
Alex.
can we just calm down and let the creator
I
speak?
built this.
Let the creator speak.
Larry was like,
no.
Stickball Chat, that's a good name.
I never said Stickball Chat.
So he said Stickball Chat, I think we should
Is this
say
a joke?
I said live segment. I told you
Is this
about
a joke?
There's no joke.
And then you just took the host from me. Like you just.
This has got to be a joke.
Took it away.
This has got to be a joke.
You can't kick me off my own segment. No, it's your. No matter how bad the question is.
I can't believe
You're never
this. Let's
kicking me off.
go.
I'm
Go
never
we,
doing it.
go we start the.
See,
the
we were
mic
actually
check.
talking about my.
No, we can't even hear him because he's muted. So
I'll walk over to that microphone. I'll walk right over to that microphone.
I got muted.
Hi.
Yeah, as you should.
Welcome back to the Stickball Podcast. It's time for our beloved segment, our Stickball Chat. It's a special edition today, Super Bowl edition. Let's meet our
Whoop,
panelists.
whoop.
Who are we
Luca
here with?
Avelino?
Matthew Kaleri,
And Alex,
the rightful owner of the segment.
Here we go. We're not even entertaining
We
that.
got this beef already.
Yeah.
We got this
So
already.
today we're going to talk about, since the Super Bowl was last Sunday, we have Super Bowl 59 by the numbers. I'm going to go through facts that no one cares about but me.
Cool.
So this was the 7th Super Bowl appearance for the Chiefs ever, the 4th in the last 5 years. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
And this was the 5th Super Bowl
That's
appearance
looking
for the
crazy.
Eagles, the 3rd in the last 7 years. And the Chiefs won how many times? Three of the 4?
Yeah.
They did run through the 4, yep.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Got a lot of help from the refs.
Dynasty.
no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think this time we humbled Patrick Mahomes.
Kermit the Frog. We
Yeah.
humbled him.
Kermit the Frog.
been humbled.
And Taylor Swift.
And
too.
Taylor
She
Swift.
got
Well, we're
booed.
going to get to her. We'll get to her in a
went
second.
home with a sad little look on his face.
We'll get to her in a
Love to
second.
see it.
65,719 people attended the game, including some notable celebrities. President Trump was the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl with daughter Ivanka, which I
Wow.
think is pretty impressive.
Nice.
Paul Rudd was there. We all love Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Adam
sir.
Sandler, he was there too.
Grown Ups.
Grown Ups.
What a great movie.
Good movie. Good
Billy
movie.
Madison. John Hamm was there. He introduced the Chiefs early in the game. I didn't know he was a Chiefs fan.
No idea.
Bradley Cooper introduced the Eagles. Also Chance the Rapper, Jay-Z and daughter Blue Ivy, and of course, Taylor Swift was there.
Yes.
Yep.
And the crowd
Oh, we saw.
booed her.
And
Rightfully-
yes,
rightfully
as
so.
rightfully so.
Rightfully
so.
Because who's coming to see Taylor Swift in that stadium? Maybe 100, maybe 1,000 people. The rest of them all NFL fans. Why do they want to see Taylor Swift?
I don't know if you guys remember this, but last game, my friends and I made a bet. We saw Taylor Swift on the screen, the 49ers Chiefs game, 27 times.
Oh
we
my
saw her
gosh.
shown on screen.
We don't want to see her.
We don't want to see her.
We
It's
don't-
not a Taylor
We're
Swift
here to
concert.
watch
This
the
is a football game.
Yes,
Exactly.
we're here to watch the football game. We do not want to see Taylor Swift.
Right. And even like in the beginning of the season, they have like a little video, and they have a thing where it's like, oh, let's show off all the highlights from last season, get you hyped for this season, right?
Yeah.
She was shown more than I think Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen and some other players.
That's ridiculous. We should be showing
Unbelievable.
players and players only.
Yeah.
Why
At
we-
the end of the day, she is not on the team, but she is she acts like
she's
she is on the team. She is shown as if she is on the
Chiefs
team.
franchise,
Yeah.
which is
And her music
sucks too.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't
Country,
know.
no. Don't hate on the country. Don't hate on the country.
No, it's
Early-
Don't hate on the
early-
country.
early-
Don't
early
hate on
stuff
the
is
country.
good. Early stuff
Yes,
is good.
that's what I'm saying. Don't hate on the
I
country.
didn't know she was a country star.
Don't hate on the
Yeah.
country.
All right, yeah.
We
If you
know
want
she
to
can
torture
sing.
somebody, put a Taylor Swift on the
Yeah.
radio.
I'm
But,
telling you, you got to get on the country music.
She was shocked to get booed. Actually, we're going to show a clip of
Yeah.
her getting booed on the Jumbotron. Here's the clip. So, rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Trump gets introduced. What do we hear?
Big fucking
Bunch of
big
cheers.
Lots of cheers.
Standing
Big-
ovations.
For President Trump. I think it's cool that he was, no matter who the president, he's the first sitting president
That's
to go to
I
surprising.
feel like
to
it's
me,
so
though.
weird. I feel like
That is
none other
surprising.
president
Yeah.
like decided they wanted to
Right.
go.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like,
was
feel like
shocked.
that's got to be. Like,
Yeah.
Doesn't that surprise you? Like why
I was
that
surprised.
is
Yeah.
the case?
I mean, he goes to a lot of things. He's always at the UFC fights. He's always ringside.
College football,
at
too.
UFC. Yeah, college football. Like he does go to events.
but like
Right.
the first president
That's-
is like
yeah,
kind
that's
of
interesting.
crazy.
Because
Yeah.
Why would you?
remember George Bush, he threw out the first pitch after 9/11. Like the Super Bowl, I feel like
right.
they'd
Yeah.
be at the Super Bowl.
I mean, it's
the
basically
biggest-
a holiday.
biggest-
like
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
should be there, but
So that was pretty impressive. Those were our notable celebrities at the game. Ticket prices, though. The average ticket price for this game was $11,067.
Too much money.
That's the average ticket. The lowest ticket sold on the resale market for $6,733.
I
Would you
still-
spend that
No,
money?
because it's probably up in the rafters. Of
Right.
Probably can't see
Super
You're
Bowl.
up all the way up there. And if I were a Chiefs fan, I don't even know. I'd leave. I'd
That
support another
just that
franchise.
sucks. Like imagine you pay that much money to see that. Game.
Right. You're already
You
traveling.
have
Terrible. That's
24
terrible.
zip.
Also the halftime show. Not even. I don't know.
We're
That's
gonna get-
my
we're gonna get to
opinion.
the halftime
Okay.
show.
I'm just saying it
But,
wasn't worth the money on the ticket.
I can't even believe people would pay this. You got to spend money on flights for New Orleans, hotel, food, all this
Did
stuff.
any of you guys see the price for the first Super Bowl ever was
$12.
$12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Crazy.
was like I guess a lot of money or like a decent amount of money.
I mean,
back
it
then,
wasn't first Super Bowl.
For Super
we're
Bowl,
talking.
probably
It's
not.
like 60s, 70s, right? Because it used to be called
Yeah.
like the football.
The first-
Like,
yeah,
like
the
AFC
first
and
three.
NFC,
like
like,
that.
Yeah,
so
Right.
It wasn't like what it was today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
Wasn't a big
so
deal.
$12 isn't like.
It wasn't even sold
wasn't
out.
like
It wasn't
Probably
even
adjusted-
sold out. They
adjusted
didn't even
for
sell out the
inflation,
stadium.
probably
No,
like
no.
80, $90.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't, and the first Super Bowl, it wasn't the thing that it is now. Like
Yeah, exactly.
the halftime show, it wasn't even.
It's
thing.
literally now an industry. The Super Bowl
Yeah.
itself is
Yeah.
literally a brand.
they have like
Yeah.
so many
In the
brands that like
country.
come in
It's
and like
insane.
sponsors. So.
right.
Yeah, but the national anthem was another big thing. Every year, people they
God.
bet on is
It went down and it went
Over-
under. That was
under.
mine. That was my pick.
I don't
It
think so. That
unofficially
doesn't make any
last. Wait,
sense.
hold on. It unofficially lasted 2 minutes flat from the first word sung to the end of the final note held. BetMGM confirmed that the over/under for the 2 minutes and 0.5 seconds, the under hit, because he decided to say "for the land, for the land." He kept repeating it.
Yeah,
We thought he was
and
gonna
that
clutch
scared
up.
you,
We
you
thought
know?
we were
That
gonna
was-
clutch. We
Yeah,
were gonna get
it was
over.
like,
but
oh, it's the over. But
Apparently
A
not.
lot of people
Apparently not.
like thought over.
0.5
and were very
seconds.
excited,
Like
so.
like big whoop.
I think he did
Whatever.
that to mess with the gamblers.
Yeah.
I mean, we love America and everything like that, but I think he did that to
I
me.
think that's like a good conspiracy. Just like just thinking that.
Yeah,
everyone
you
that
heard
sings
it,
The
you-
national anthem just like tries to like.
You heard it here
mess up the
first.
bettors.
It was
Get it right up to the line and then just
Yeah,
like,
intentional.
and then just
ooh.
like cut it like right there.
It
You
was
know?
what?
intentional.
You know what though? We were watching with our co-host Irv, and he starts the song, and Irv is like, "Wow, it's flying through this. Is 100 gonna hit?" Then he does those 3 "Land of the Free," and it goes right there. Everyone's celebrating because everyone
Right.
thought it's over. And then
because Irv's unofficial
under.
timer can't whatever.
Yeah.
That was stupid. You
Yeah.
know what?
It was over. It was time.
But
I mean, it was,
yeah,
we-
but God bless America. That's it. Commercials. Commercials cost $8 million for 30 seconds of airtime during.
That's
the Super
just
Bowl.
to air it. That's not even to make the
Yeah.
commercial.
I know. So
You
let's,
still have to pay to make the commercial.
do you guys have a favorite commercial? My favorite commercial was the Rams truck one with Glenn Powell, and
That's a
he
good
was
one.
a
That
like
was a good one.
Goldilocks.
That was
Yeah.
a good
I
one.
thought that was
kind
funny.
of that was funny.
That was funny. Some other ones was the Lilo and Stitch one, where Stitch was
Where is
running
it?
around the field.
I like the one where with Shane Gillis and Post Malone.
I was gonna
shooting
say
the
that one,
beers.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they're-
Yeah.
Oh, and he said like no, he's like, does your grill smokes? He's like, no. What was it like?
I
my
don't know.
he's like, my lawnmower smokes. Yeah,
He's
my
like,
smoker
no,
cuts
my
the grass.
smoker
Yeah.
cuts the grass.
Yeah. There was a weird one though, the Coffee Mate one with the tongues.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Wait,
don't
I don't
seeing
remember that one.
I wasn't paying attention. Then I looked at the TV. I'm like, what is going
Yeah.
on?
I don't know if it's just I'm getting older I don't know if it's just I'm getting older, but like the commercials just keep getting worse.
They
and
used to
worse.
be better.
They used to be a
This
lot
one
better.
wasn't terrible. You know,
Wasn't
last
te-
year's were
last
really
year's was
bad.
bad.
You know, you got the Temu commercial, and
That was horrible.
They played like 3 of them.
Remember
Yeah.
that year that it was like all the hype about Brady's commercial? Was that 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when he was like gonna announce his retirement in a commercial for Super Bowl? That was ridiculous. Remember that whole
Yeah.
like, big thing that he was gonna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, commercials were all right this year.
Shabuzi commercial.
We've seen
That
better.
was
Shabuzi. Yep. We've seen
Shabuzi
better.
was in a
Nerd
commercial.
clusters. So
Yeah.
good.
We've seen better though.
Shout out to Nerd Cluster.
Yeah.
The halftime show though, Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. I think it's worth noting that
Terrible.
it was the most
Wasn't
viewed
Uh-uh.
halftime show, most viewed halftime show.
Yes.
Yeah, because it was
Yes.
so overhyped.
It's
That's no.
It
Because it was so overhyped.
it
Because
was-
Kendrick Lamar, of course, it's gonna be the most viewed halftime show.
let me get my take. The hate is too forced. It was not the great. It was not the greatest Kendrick could have done. Could have been a 10 out of 10. I'll say it's like 7.
3.
It's like a 7.
3.
It wasn't
3
that
out of
bad.
10.
Wasn't
No,
music.
I-
Three
Okay.
out of 10. Yes.
Okay.
3 out of 10.
I'm gonna sound like a.
It was just sounded boring. Like it wasn't. Like it was just there was nothing. There was no like pop to it. I kept waiting for it to be like, oh, and here's like a light or something. But there's nothing ever. It was just like him.
I mean, it was
In a
just
tiny
him just
stage.
dissing Drake for like a solid like 15 minutes.
Well, he
I
looked
mean,
right into the camera. He was like, "Hey
the
Drake."
Hey Drake with the
That was
little like
like-
That was
devilish
funny.
smile.
Though. I would give him that. That was funny. But like the whole thing with like Uncle Sam, I didn't understand
Samuel
why
Jackson.
that was.
You know,
needed.
okay,
Why was that needed?
Wait, let me
It's a
just let me
symbolism.
speak.
It's a
Let me
symbolism,
speak.
man.
I
Of
know.
what?
I know. I'm gonna sound like a Kendrick Glazer here, but he had so much representation and symbolism in his halftime show. You had to just like go through it to understand it.
But we
So-
know that he's performing. Like we don't need it to get narrated by
No,
Samuel
but
Jackson about how
it's
he's
There
doing
was
part of
so
the,
many
what song
lyrics.
he's
it's part
gonna
of the
sing.
show that he was making.
He had like an A minor like chain
Yes,
on. Like
yeah.
it was
Yes, there was a lot of symbolism that he had in the show. You have to that's what you have to understand.
But who's watching the Super Bowl halftime show and thinking, "Oh my God, let's analyze that symbolism"?
weirdly a lot
Let's
of
analyze
people.
that symbolism.
Yeah, some
Who the
people
hell
do.
is gonna do that?
Some people do. They do it after.
He saw
They
an
do it after.
opportunity, and he took it to
Yeah.
put in his little messages.
Let's also talk Kendrick Lamar. He broke the record for the most monthly listeners rap artist on Spotify after the halftime show.
Really?
Yeah, he's 8th in the world.
Probably because
right
everyone
now.
wanted to hear something that sounded good
Well, heard his music at the
instead of his
halftime
live
show.
show.
What are
Take
you
go
talking
fuck
about?
yourself, man. Holy shit.
I think it's also worth noting. So SZA was there. She did a great job, and Serena Williams made a dancing
Cameo.
Crip walking.
I was
Walking.
like,
I was
I was
like,
watching. I was
Yeah,
like,
we all like. who is
Serena,
that?
what
Is
are
that-
you
yeah.
doing there?
Yeah.
Serena, I
She
don't
had
know.
something with Drake. That's another symbolism.
Yeah.
Shut your up about the
All right.
symbolism.
SZA was
I don't
a
want to
great
hear.
text
I don't want to hear about the
as well, so-
symbolism. I just want to watch the concert.
Yeah. But overall, I think it was a great Sunday Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Right?
it was a good time.
Yeah.
We had a little.
Nick
get-together.
prepared us a feast. He
Yeah.
prepared us a
Oh, yeah.
feast in the door.
Nice little
Yeah.
Wingstop.
Yeah,
You
but you
guys
know
heard my
what?
take earlier about Wingstop.
I got to give a shout out to my mom. She did a lot of work for it. So
That's
thank
nice.
you. And now we're going to get to your ethical question. Let me just tell you something. This is strike 3 for you. All right? The first 2 episodes, you had horrendous questions.
I didn't think
so
they were that bad.
If you,
I think we've been
They were
going
kind
up.
of dark.
Would
yeah.
you rather die
or would you rather die?
We've been going up though. Like it started low. Last week
It went
wasn't
even
bad.
lower. It went
no,
even lower.
no.
All right, whatever. This is your chance to redeem yourself.
All right,
If not, you're
this
done.
is
You're
positive.
off.
I think everyone will enjoy it. All right, it's not an ethical question. Let's just go. Here's okay. So you're going on a road trip, all right, and it's just you, and it's long road trip. You're gonna like cross country. Like you're going from here to I don't know California. Let's just say cross country. Boom. There's 3 cars you can choose to be in. In the first car, you've The Rock and Kevin Hart. All right. Second car is Step Brothers. Third car, Zach Galifianakis from The Hangover, and
I don't know him.
Bradley Cooper. He's the fatty.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the
I
beard.
know.
Beard.
Yeah.
He, like, he's the one who.
You ever
He's
see
the one.
Between Two Ferns?
No.
He's the one.
It's
Have
like-
you
you
seen The
gotta watch
Hangover?
that.
Interview show,
Have
right?
you seen The
That's a great
Hangover?
show.
No.
Funny.
The Hangover, like when they go to Vegas and they.
No.
Is he
Ask
the
me
one
if
with
I've
the
seen
baby in the pit?
if I've seen any movie.
Gotta
the
watch
answer's no.
it. You gotta watch
Answer's
it.
no.
So good.
How have you not seen this movie?
Well, if
The
you ask,
Hangover?
have you seen blank movie? Answer for me, no.
Have you seen The Hangover?
Yes,
All right,
great
good.
movie.
The Hangover is like a great movie. Love that movie.
Classic.
It's like I need to watch
He's
it,
just
man.
all right. All you gotta know about him is that he's just like a
He's a funny guy.
funny dude. Yeah, him and Bradley Cooper are a good duo in that movie. Okay, but that's your 3 cars.
Okay.
And you got to pick one just to be in the car with for like days on this road trip. Who you picking?
I picked car number 1.
Yeah,
Kevin
me too.
Hart and The Rock, their dynamic is unbelievable.
Always
They're the
fighting.
best. They're always
They're always
fighting.
yelling at each
Have
other.
you ever seen
It's
that
funny.
video of
It's
them
a
with
good
the
time.
tortilla? Like
The tortilla.
the
Oh
The
yes,
quesadilla?
yes,
Oh
yes.
my god.
They even
it makes me
they
laugh
have
every
skits
time.
like they're just like the skits are so funny. Like I saw one where it was like Halloween. Kevin Hart mocks The Rock by dressing
Right.
up as him with the
The
frickin-
turtleneck.
They're
with
awesome.
the fanny
It's
pack.
so
and
funny.
It's
yeah.
like it's like a real friendship. Like they just mess with each
It's
other.
great
all the
time. I would definitely pick that car.
Oh.
100%. Yeah.
It's got.
I'd be laughing for the entire ride.
Yeah.
If I was in that car.
It's got to be close, but I gotta pick the Step Brothers car.
Yeah,
That's
really?
Actually, my favorite movie of all time. They fight just like
Right.
But it's just, oh my god, I would love to be in that car. I would just laugh for hours.
And Will Ferrell is just like
Will Ferrell.
He's the
Will
best.
Ferrell's one of my favorite
You
actors.
got it. Yeah.
He's the best.
Oh, that's a good choice.
You've
I like that
seen
one.
his movies, I guess. Or?
Yeah, I have.
Like Elf? Okay, that's
I've
the
seen
easiest
Elf.
one.
What?
There you go.
The Lego Movie.
How about with his actual? How about his actual actor? Not a.
Daddy's Home. I saw.
All right.
Daddy's Home.
He was in
Oh
Daddy's
yes,
Home?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
what
I'm
are
sorry.
we talking about?
I'm thinking Daddy's Daycare. You ever seen that one? That was
With
good.
Eddie
No.
Murphy?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never seen that one.
All right. Well.
Yeah. But, all right.
Well, can I just tell my answer? About
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't
go
gotta
ahead.
Kick me off the mic. I know you don't like the segment, but like, let me get to my answer.
Your segment.
No,
Your
this is
Stickball
my
chat?
No. It's just this is my.
This is his portion.
This is my portion.
my segment.
This is my portion. We're all sharing. We're all sharing. Nick, it's okay. It's okay. You can.
Go ahead.
Let me just
with
get to
the
my answer. Okay. I already said I'm gonna go. Car number one. What are you writing down? No, are you
Just
writing
go
something about
ahead.
me? What are you writing? Nick Stickball. So that's not true. Car number one for me. I love Kevin Hart. Have you ever seen his like stand up comedy things on Netflix?
Yeah.
They're awesome, and he's just funny. And it just makes it even more funny because he's just a tiny dude.
Yeah.
And him and The Rock, just the contrast is I'd be laughing.
I feel a
the entire
little
ride.
personally offended. I think him and
I
are the same
didn't
height,
mean.
so-
That's not where I was going with this. I'm gonna just leave it at the fact that I'll be in car number one. I hope this question was better.
It was.
And I
You know
hope I
what?
could stay on the show.
You redeemed
for
yourself.
next episode.
You redeemed yourself, and we'll keep it in.
Perfect. That's
my
all I needed to hear. And now I can tank it next time, and we can just get
No,
another
then you're
retry.
off. You're
All
still on.
right.
You still have 2 strikes. You're not
All right,
gonna
all
forget
right.
episodes 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, but
Keep it in my
now
head.
we're going to go over to my feel-good story of the week. On January 1st, New Orleans' Bourbon Street was the target of a vehicle ramming terror attack that claimed the lives of 14 people and injured many others. Prior to the coin toss at Sunday's Super Bowl, which took place in New Orleans, members of the New Orleans Police Department, EMS, Fire Department, Louisiana Department of Public Safety and Corrections, and the Louisiana State Police were on the field, each holding a picture of one of the 14 victims who were killed in the attack. Cam Jordan of the New Orleans Saints delivered the tribute, and President Trump also met with family members of victims and first responders down on the field prior to the game. So I felt that was a good
That's nice.
That's nice.
tribute
Very
to
nice.
them who passed away just over a month ago.
Yeah.
You know, so it made me feel good to see that.
Yeah,
Right? Did
obviously.
it make you guys feel good?
It is.
Yeah,
It's
it
nice
makes
to
me
like see him get
It's
recognized,
wholesome.
especially
Yeah.
like that. It's a big event, obviously. As we
Yeah.
all know.
It's a
So-
tragedy.
Yeah.
It's terrible
really
to happen.
is.
But
Definitely.
yeah, those
But I think
people
they
are
did
brave.
right. They did right by them. You know, definitely.
That
on
was-
the
that-
big
that
stage
seemed to
of the
be-
Super Bowl.
at the biggest stage of the
Not only
so-
that seemed to be a big part of the Super Bowl in general. Like the idea of like New Orleans strong, like NOLA strong. You know, like how they did it with Boston, but like now
Yeah.
it's like they made the whole.
Right.
They built the Super Bowl. They added all this stuff in about how like resilience and like how their city is like dealing through this. I think they had a whole presentation before the anthem about how like they're determined. They're gonna rebuild. They're still fighting. You know.
And they definitely showed NOLA
That's
strong during the Super Bowl. All right, before we go, we have a big announcement to make. The Stickball Podcast now has an official Instagram page, so be sure to follow us at Stickball Podcast. And that wraps up episode 3 of our show. Join us next week for the latest in sports, culture, and of course, our Stickball chat. Until then, we'll see you next Friday right here on the Stickball Podcast, only on the Stickball Network. God bless. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of the Stickball Podcast.
You don't want to miss the crash outs, hot takes, and stickball chats, so hit the subscribe button.
Join us each Friday for a new episode right here on the Stickball Network.